Warzone 2100 is a game from my childhood and the golden age of RTS games. Released in 1999, this game at the time was well received but never seen a sequel. And it still holds up today as a cult classic of the genre. By the time I had my hands on a copy, I must have been around 10 years old. I had no idea what to expect from this game because most of the games I had played at the time were either platformers or third-person shooters. This game easily is one of the first RTS games I have ever played, my first being Dune on the PlayStation 1. And now returning to the PC version nearly 20 years later, I dive back into it and relive what it is I love about this game. The campaign is the usual post-apocalyptic setting where nuclear weapons are launched by AI to destroy humanity. And your faction is tasked with rising from your bunker 100 years later to rebuild the world. When you start, you play out as one of three groups: Team Alpha, Team Beta, and Team Yama. You start the game as Team Alpha, and the overall goal is to recover pre-collapse technology and destroy anyone in your path. And, am I the bad guy in this? I can't really tell. You start the game with some tanks, construction vehicles, and a little base of your very own, and quickly move to local settlements of scavengers. Victory comes quick, but there's no time to rest. Using your new base as a staging area, you can strike out with attacks on nearby settlements, and the game introduces the timer. There are two main ways you fail in this game. Either your base is destroyed and all your units die, or you run out of time.
Mission failed.
Either situation can occur rather easily if you don't multitask well. There's no pausing in the game, it's pure RTS. If you don't manage your base, tanks, research and technology, and design and building of new tanks, you'll get flattened. It's a strange game because at times it feels slow, but if you're not spending that downtime wisely, you will get your shit kicked in later on by people much more advanced than you. It's great because at the start, just as the scavengers were at the receiving end of a more technologically advanced enemy and promptly lose as a result, it quickly switches on you to the player becoming the victim of the technocrats that have no problem fucking your shit up as they set up 20 fucking long-range artillery right outside your base and promptly send you to the Stone Age where you belong. The Alpha campaign is challenging and very fun. When you finish it, you get to receive the cyborg technology and then attack the final stronghold of the new paradigm and show them that bright yellow paint was not a wise choice of camouflage because it means that all your tanks and artillery can now see them from 12 miles away and, well, you get the idea. And when you complete that, the next campaign has you play as Team Beta, a rather fitting start when you begin the mission because Team Beta is getting absolutely bullied by a Chad faction known as the Collective. These guys do not fuck around. They have flying jets, cyborgs, and all manner of technology. I find the beta campaign the hardest as the main enemy, the Collective, really go all out and the tech gap is vast. These guys are superior in every single way and they do not give a fuck what they throw at you. They will just go no holds barred. These guys are super hardcore killing machines and it gives a hint that there's an even bigger fish controlling them from behind the scenes. But we'll get to that in a bit. By far my favourite feature in the game has to be the unit customization over the course of the campaign. You unlock new technology that allows you to build all manner of weapons. So you can do anything from heavily armoured tanks with flamethrowers attached to them, hovercraft, you got it, whatever you want. Later on you can get really crazy and make a pea-bodied rover with a gigantic missile silo sitting on its back. Don't expect it to get anywhere in a hurry though. Or you can do the complete opposite and make a mammoth tank with a pea shooter instead. That works too, but not very well. You can mix and match all kinds of combinations and find a design you prefer and want to mass produce. It's really about experimenting and having fun. This customizing feature is way ahead of its time considering the closest thing I can think of is Kerbal Space Program. In that you get to experiment with new designs and see if it flies. Really, it's building things from the ground up with pieces that you're given and just going from there. As you keep playing, you eventually take control of Team Gamma. The mission is unclear that they've head into, but they've gone to the North Mountains and for the majority of the campaign have reported nothing usual, but as you play them the truth is soon revealed. You uncover Nexus, a horrifying and mad AI. It was the one that was responsible for starting the whole nuclear war in the first place. You find out that Nexus is the one that was controlling the Collective and the New Paradigm, the two main protagonists of the first two campaigns, and the main bad guy in the game, which, well, he sounds and acts like this.
I'm now activating all your synaptic links so that your forces can meld with Nexus. Your forces are now mine. Welcome to Nexus.
Yeah, this motherfucker was definitely responsible for some nightmares as a kid. The Nexus Campaign, the last few missions as Team Gamma, are varying levels of difficulty depending on how well you've built up your army at this point. The game really comes down to how well you are designing and combining the technology that you've built up so far, and if you come across the right designs, you'll breeze through the last bit usually quite well. At least I found so anyway. Even though it's a hard fight, you eventually do beat the mad AI and end up winning the war. Well, until next time. A few other notable things to mention about the game is that because this is the PC version, you do have access to the cheats and the console commands, which allow you to spawn in items, buildings, things like this. It even lets you change factions so you can control the enemy in certain aspects. But one thing I did notice, which was very strange, is this, what I can only describe as some kind of visual glitch, which, well, take a look at this. Yeah, as you can see, it's the only thing I can describe as that is some kind of ring of fire. I don't know how I turned that on or what it represents, but yeah, I'm sure this is very healthy. Yeah. Nothing short of closing the game down and then opening it back up again stopped it, so whatever that is, I don't know, but it was interesting and I figured I'd put it in the video to show you. If you are interested in playing the game, I'll leave a link in the description on how to download it on the main website. I highly recommend this game. If you like RTS games and other games like this, like Age of Empires, Command & Conquer, it's right in that category, and it's free on PC, so there's no reason not to. And with mods, multiplayer, it's got a ton of replayability, so check it out. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.